Freo this weekend, who are you kind of expecting to be playing on?
It'd probably be the likes of Taberner or Luke Jackson rolls through there, so either one of those key tools.
I guess they're pretty experienced. How do you kind of tackle that? How do you kind of get in the mentality to face such experienced players?
Well, if you look over the board, like of all the teams, they have pretty experienced key forwards. So every week sort of the same, just they're different players. So just sort of look to body them out early, but they're all pretty similar.
Who will go to Sidikowski? He had 8 tackles, 3 goals last weekend. He was kind of electric as well. Do you know who will kind of
maybe like a Max Michelini, someone like that. He's took Willie Rioli on the weekend, so he's sort of taking that smaller forward. So I reckon it'd be someone like him or Junior. A lot of those smaller boys could probably take him on. So we haven't been through the line meeting on who gets who yet, but it'll be one of those guys, I'm sure.
Just on Max, mate, what have you seen about the way he's come into the team and his development, taking that obviously crunching hit and bouncing back?
Yeah, I didn't really help him out much there, but he's been amazing. Like, for someone at that age to have so much composure. I remember I came in, I was a couple of years late, and I was like so frantic, and a lot of boys are, but for him to come in at 18 and just be so composed in the AFL level, like, you don't really see it that often.
Is that what the boys respect and like about him the most, just in terms of the way he plays footy? His composure?
His composure, but then also his hard work, and off the field, like, such a good fella, and he's really fitted into this squad very nicely.
How sweet was that showdown win?
It was very good, it was my first showdown win, so it's obviously very good to get a win over the crosstown rivals, but we're sort of moving on. We forgot about it Monday and we're on to Freo this week.
Nick, when you said you were sort of a bit nervous when you first came in, do you feel like you're settled now, mate? You've been a couple of years in?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this year I've just sort of taken just a bit more composure with my game, and it's definitely helped for sure.
And what sort of things do you notice about the game now that you are a bit more experienced? Do you notice it's a bit slower? You know where to run? What are some of the things?
Not so much slower. I think just getting involved more in talking and setting up other guys, and that's sort of helping my game set up from there.
And in terms of Jackson, you mentioned, what are some of the physical challenges you might face in dealing with a guy like that? Yeah,
well, he's obviously quite quick, very agile, jumps at the ball very well for his age. So, they're sort of the main ones, I reckon.
In terms of your composure, mate, what have you been doing to develop that?
Just some kicking with like Matthew Wright. In terms of my offence, kicking with Matthew Wright after training, going through stuff with obviously our line coach Scott Burns, Jack Holmes just being good, just talking to those guys because they've experienced it all, and then just taking sort of the key things from there and then trying to add them to my game.
Do you have to pinch yourself sometimes at how far you've come in such a short time, playing a showdown win a few years ago? For Grong Matong.
Yeah, everyone doesn't really get that right, so you done well. Definitely. It's been such a it's been very good, and I'm so fortunate, and I've just sort of fitted in here nicely, and I love Adelaide, so you sort of take a look back, even on my phone, a few memories come up, and it was only 2 years ago I was driving a header or driving a tractor, and now I'm here, so definitely.
Is it a mental side of things, Nick, for you, do you reckon, when you talk about your composure, and is it just more a belief that what you can do under pressure, you're now aware and you're sort of settled there? Is that
definitely.
More than physical?
More than physical for sure. I think I'm trying to think. It'd just be more so just learning like with the mental side of it all, and then just taking a step back in games, and because I try to defend my hardest, and then when you have ball in hand, it's like, okay, we can just sort of chill now, and then that's helped my game for sure.
I'm trying to think of a tactful way to say this, but we do go to the same gym, so I can say it. Have you bulked up a bit?
I have bulked up a bit, yeah. No, I have, I moved in with Riley O'Brien early days, and you can see how big he is, so sort of gone to his program, and before I was here I probably wasn't eating or doing the best stuff because I was just working, so it's amazing if you eat good food, how much bigger you can get.
How many meals, sorry. How many meals a day?
How many meals a day? 3 or 4. I do love a roast chook from Woolies. I think they're the main ones, so anyone trying to get bigger.
Yep.
Back on the showdown win, Nick, did that feel like a significant one for, I guess, your young players that you have at the club, given there were so many involved?
I guess you could say that. It was obviously a first win for a couple of boys, and it was my first showdown win, and sort of to play in front of that crowd, it was pretty amazing and gives us a lot of belief heading into what is season 2023, I guess.
How did you reflect on it after the game?
Sort of sat down with the boys and had a bit of a talk about it, which was really good, but then sort of come Monday it was sort of out the window, and we're focused on Freo this week.
Butsy, Worrell and Parnell all possibilities to kind of come back in over the next couple of weeks. Is that competition for spots kind of a driving force to improve even more?
Definitely, yeah. Having to compete for your spot it's so good. And adds real good culture to the club. Like having those boys, because they obviously could just fit straight into an into the AFL side. So yeah, that for sure.
How is Worrell ticking along, mate?
He's going real well. Yeah, I was watching him today. His hammy's looking really good, and he's back kicking and stuff. So I'm not actually sure when he's back with us, but yeah, from what I can see, he's moving really well.
Muzz, when you look at like Rochelle and Rankin, sort of high picks, and you look down back and you and Butts are sort of come the unconventional way into playing AFL footy, you sort of against the primo guys that get taken 1, 2 and 3, and you guys like the real workforce. Is that how you see it? You like the rough diamonds?
Yeah, in a way, I don't know. I just sort of rock up every week and try to get my job done, so I'm not about the flashy stuff.